Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Broncos offense will start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Broncos are rolling down the field. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. But you want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Monday.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. The Broncos get it past the sticks.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they get him down.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos! On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Alabama's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a great matchup we have of 2 highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking to be the man today.
And both guys can go the distance, right? These 2 running backs seem to get better as the game goes on. So which defense can be more physical, step up, and at least slow the other guy down?
They go right back to it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Really nice run there. Listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing the NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position for me.
Right back to the well. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Western Michigan, 14. Alabama, 3.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Line getting set on 2nd down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now the play fake. They're bringing heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Running back searching for a hole.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Frost. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I know, everyone's yelling like you didn't get the 1st down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field. That's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that 1st down.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Holds it in inside the 10. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open. And
he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
On the run, it's Cutler. Runs through a tackle. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Alabama pushing the tempo. Handoff from the gun. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He'll keep it himself. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
He'll try the right side. Turns it on at midfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. A 1st down for the offense. He wants to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking deep. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing it. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They'll try to run it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown time!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Broncos! And once he got loose, it was all over. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Sticks it in his belly. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Broncos will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing play. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They'll try to pop the draw. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Cutler. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for, but a flag is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the run, it's Gilliam. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, ease the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with...
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll run play action. Looking down the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He makes a catch. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting the first down.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Pulls and fires complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Defense was confused and the head coach uses a timeout. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. With jet sweep pass. Got enough space. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend somebody.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Western Michigan. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
It's now 3rd down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Going up top on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.